Hello everyone and welcome back to another video from Freshers Now. In today's video, you are going to know about planning your speech presentation. This video consists of your steps which you should need to consider in your speech presentation and also some of the examples which can help you in your public speaking skill as well. Please stick on to the end of the video so that you can know how to actually ace your public speaking skill regarding your planning and also your presentation. These are some of the steps which are necessary for your speech presentation. Number one being identify your audience and who you will be listening to. Now, if you don't identify your audience and what set of audience you are talking to, that might not help you in bringing your content together. Which means that it might be you might be a good speaker or you might be a very good a person who can grab the attention of the audience. But speaking to the point and making your content clear will be more effective. For that, you should need to know who is the audience you are facing and what is the audience that they are looking in a speaker. So number two is, what is the number one key for your audience? As I've already said, what is the audience looking up to? What is the main topic what they are trying to listen to, or what is the main information that they want to grab upon? So if you know all of these things, then you can be clear enough in your preparation as well. If you are not aware of this particular point, you might not be straight to the point and let the listeners be satisfactory in their part also. So please make sure that you are knowing what is the point to emphasize upon regarding the audience perspective as well. Number three is where and how many people and when. So the W questions are very important because not knowing those will make you a bit jumbled, which is also means that you might be confused, because some people what they do is they might not be prepared for a larger audience or they might be over prepared for a lesser audience. So make sure you are proportionally equal enough in preparing your public speaking, and then prepare everything you want to share. Your preparation will make a major impact, and sharing that equally gives the most effective part as well. So when you are prepared everything, please make sure that you have shared everything in the first place. Here, another point to be taken note of is when you are sharing something, please make sure that you are keeping it according to your preparation, which means that you might not skip in between, which will make you feel anxious enough for the next part or the next point. So if you feel like that you have skipped something, make sure that you complete that point in the first place or try to relate that point in the next parts of your speech. And the next point is remove the bluff. If you are carrying some statistics or some data which is useful in your speech, please make sure that you are not bluffing the audience or presenting any fake news. Also, please make sure that you are not placing anything unrelated to the topic. Remove all the bluff means you have to not include anything which is not related to the topic. You can include things or images or the data, also statistics, which is something related to the topic, also which you have to make sure that you are speaking on that part as well. And then comes organizing the remaining stuff into 3 to 5 points. Here, as I've mentioned, in the first key point where you will be targeting about the main information, the third, from the second to the fifth points also comes to the equal importance. So please make sure that when you are doing so, you are placing equal importance to the rest of the points as well. The last but not the least is brainstorming a few possible titles. When you are introducing a particular topic or when you are jumping from one point to another point, please make sure that you are keeping a particular title so that your audience might grab your attention, and also they will be much more enthusiastic enough to listen what will be the next part of your speech. These are the steps on how you have to start your speech. Number one is start with an attention grabbing opening lines like story, or you can give a title, or you can also give a quote or a fact. So with these point of things, you can actually grab the attention of the listeners. So instead of that, some people what they do is they just give some statements or they just give some lines and then start reading scripts. Please don't do that. Say something interesting so that the audience might feel engaged into their speech. Number 2 is share why this presentation is important. Now obviously you want the listeners to pay attention to you. For that you need to present them the reason of your presentation so that they will know what exactly you are presenting and why you are presenting it in the first place. Number 3 is what results will your audience get from your listening. So if your speech is something result driven or something which you have solutions for a particular topic, then please make sure that you are being very clear enough and telling it in the first place of what are the results or the solutions that they will be getting in your speech. And then comes what is the thing that you are talking about. As I've already mentioned, mentioning your key point and your key information in the first place will give the listener more impact and engagement in listening to your topic as well. So it will not let the listeners feel depressed or feel uncomfortable in listening, or it might not make the person or the audience lose the interest of listening to you. Last but not the least is conclude with a bang, which means that your conclusions must not be statements, or it should not be script driven, but you can just mention something which is related to a very powerful impact that it has made, or you can just make yourself a very powerful move in your conclusion. Now we will see what are the benefits of your planning. Number 1 is your words will flow naturally. If you are not well prepared for your speech, or if you are not well aware of what you are talking to, there might be times where you will be confused in what you are saying and your words might be jumbling from here and there. So making sure of whatever you are talking will make your words flow naturally and not scripted or by-hearted. Number 2 is you stay on the topic. Staying on the topic is the most essential part, because most of the speakers out there have jumped from one topic to another topic, which might eventually lead to some topics which are unrelated to the main topic. So this will let a confusion begin in the listeners. Please make sure that you are stopping it by planning your presentation. Number 3 is you can develop a plan B. Now, if you have already prepared a script, or if you have already prepared your speech and then you are not well clear enough in remembering every line in that, you can also come up with plan B, which has equal importance or an equal result if you have forgotten what is in the script A or in your speech A. And then comes you can better understanding with your audience. You will eventually, with your planning presentation, you can eventually develop confidence, and this will boost up in engaging with your audience in the first place. Now as your speech and as you have already planned, you will not be confused and let the listeners be engaging with your content as well. Last but not the least is correcting mistakes. If you have drafted some points and then you want to add or remove any of the points, you can easily make note of them and then know your mistakes in the first place. In order just going out on the stage and then making a bluff out of you, you can make sure that in the drafting stage itself you will know your mistakes and then correct them accordingly. Now we are going to see some of the examples which these might be helpful for you. Number 1 is reporting progress. If you are in a speech, or if you have to present a speech regarding reports or progress of a particular company or anything of sort, you can use these particular planning presentation. So these steps will help you to plan your speech well. Number 1 is describing the issue or the assignment which you are assigned to. Number 2 is describing the critical outstanding problems which might let the listeners know what you want to target upon. And number 3 is prioritizing them and describing how well they are addressed. So you can know how well you are prioritizing your points, and also you will know how to address them to the listeners. And then comes describing the successes date, positive progress made. So overall you can make a very major effective impact for the listeners, so that they will know what is the positive progress that is going to come out through the speech or come up to the progress that you have been showing to. And last but not the least, you can close with a action steps. As I've mentioned, you have also have a chance to show the listeners what you have come up solutions with. So that will bring up to a conclusion point. If you are in a place or if you have been assigned to talk about a strategy, about like ideas or giving any sort of solutions kind of thing, then you can use this particular structure for your speech. The first being, you can define the objective. As such, why you want to speak about that particular strategy and what is the importance about it, what is the objective that will plan on that. Number 2 is describe the current conditions. Now, placing your strategy in the first place, your present conditions also matter. So you can relate the strategy and the current conditions so that it will either bring a particular solution or it will bring a result oriented speech. Number 3 is describe the state. Your strategy should be, if it has been ongoing process or something, you can describe the state that it is going through. It has either leveled up, or if the graph has come down, or if you can just say it is a moderate graph which is going on. You can either describe it like that, and you can also share the present state of the strategy. Number 4 is listing out the possible strategies with pros and cons in each. So your strategies might not be the most successful enough. You can also mention your pros and also the cons, which you have the disadvantages to, or which you all might which might have failed or which might not have worked out. So you can mention all of them and you can bring out a particular solution, or you can let the audience themselves engage in your content by asking them any particular solution as such. And the last but not the least is identify the best one and describe the next steps. So when you have been engaging with your content with the listeners, you will obviously get a few points together where some of the solution might be helpful for you, and then you can further go on with your speech and discuss the next step and then further bringing up to a conclusion. And then comes up particular product, service or an idea which is equally means a sales talk. If you are under a marketing sector, this might be helpful for you. This structure of whatever it is placed here on the screen will be helpful for your speaking. Number 1 is frame the needed that the product or the service addresses to. And the second paragraph, it will be connected in describing the need of the item in detail. So giving the details of the particular product or the service oriented thing, whatever it is which you are talking about, it should make sure that is making sense, and also by giving accurate details and not anything false. As I've already mentioned, don't bluff your listeners and be very transparent enough in when you are presenting such topics. And number 3 is describing the ways in which your solution is needed. So your solution from your side does matter, because you are representing a particular product or a company, and that equally makes an importance to your listeners. And then comes, you have to also mention the benefits if they are ready to buy your topics, or if they want a solution from your company or from your products. This step will be most helpful to you. And last but not the least is getting an agreement on the next step. Now, if you have mentioned the details, you have mentioned the pros, and you have mentioned the benefits, you have mentioned also the solutions, you have also mentioned about what the item is about, the objective. Collecting all this and bringing down together, you can come up to an agreement point of, like, you can then tell the listeners that you have an agreement period for so and so, and then you can discuss the next step further, which brings up to a conclusion. And the next is choosing among several alternatives. If you have a speech you have to present under alternative section, this would be helpful for you. You can frame up the situation on your own, because it is up to you to choose the alternative that you want. And the next is knowing the criteria, and according to the criteria that you have chosen, you can prioritize them as well. And number 3 is describing the alternatives. Now, alternatives in the sense, it means you can either give some set of solutions to a particular topic or a question or a problem, and that eventually relates to the alternatives or the answers that you are trying to tell to the listeners or your audience. And then comes comparing to the criteria and eliminate the alternatives. You should also mention the criteria, the detailing part, alongside eliminating all the crap which is people believe and all the things that they go through, and then you can provide reasonable alternatives to your audience. And last but not the least is recommend the best remaining alternative. As I've said, if you are in a place where you have collected many ideas and some of them are crap, please make sure to eliminate them and try to give the best out of it, and that brings to a conclusion. And the next is teaching a procedure or a skill for teachers or professors or lecturers out there who want a plan of a presentation, or if you want a structure for your speech. This will be most helpful to you because this will know how you are framing the skill in the first place and then explaining the skill step by step so that it involves every step giving equal importance. And number 3 is giving the audience a try of some aspects or skills and then reviewing and summarizing with the audience as such, which means that you are engaging with the audience in giving a particular idea about the skill and also some feedback, as you can say. And last but not the least is describing what the audience can do to acquire that skill or procedure. So especially for teachers out there or lecturers or professors who want to develop a skill to their students or their listeners or to a particular set of audience, you can also tell alternative ways or the methods or ways in which they can acquire the skill in an easy way. So you can explain them step by step and by also giving them details which you can eventually lead to a conclusion. Well, we have come to the end of this video. I hope you all like this video and hope it is very useful for you all. And I am pretty sure that this speech presentation and planning your speech will not only be helpful for your public speaking, but also it might be helpful for your presentations as well. If you have any doubts or if you need any clarification, please make sure to put it down in the comment section below and we will look into your questions and answer them very soon. Don't forget to share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more learning and content videos from Freshers Now. Thank you.